Good morning. It is Wednesday, April 7th. I'm Jason Stanton. This is my morning musing for this morning. As a pastor, a few days out from Easter Sunday, I have been, it's like accosted by all the different possibilities with what to do with our ministry at First Lutheran at this point. And it made me think about how, and I say accosted because it's not like wow, there's so many possibilities. It's, oh no, there's so many possibilities. Uh, and it's made me think about the gift that is Lent and times of life that are like Lent, as full and busy as that time of year is for church people, especially church leaders like me. It's at least known. Like there's expectations to meet where Lent is going to include midweek services that are going to be holding evening prayer, at least at First Lutheran. Like, that's known. Now, there's a matter of doing that and executing it and making it happen. In the last couple of years, it's been figuring out how do we live stream that, or how do we do it in the parking lot, that kind of thing. So there's some pieces that are maybe different from year to year, but for the most part, Lent is what it is. It's just a matter of doing it, and it requires a lot of doing. But once I get to Easter, and so it feels more like the metaphor in my head was, it feels more like a trail of crumbs. You gotta just keep going one crumb at a time, and it eventually, it just keeps feeding you. I feel like Easter, once Easter has happened, Holy Week has happened, we've gone through the marathon that is Holy Week, and then we get into the season of Easter, and then it's like, well, there is no clear, here's what we do with this time of year and here's what we do next. Instead, it's like we could do anything next. And so it feels, instead of like a trail of crumbs, it feels like an elephant. And how do you start eating the elephant, or a herd of elephants? There's so many things that we could be doing, so many directions we could go, so many conversations we want to have. And so I think whether you're a parent trying to figure out the direction of your family for the summer and beyond, or whether you're a small business owner and trying to figure out what aspect of the business are we trying to clean up. There's so many, whether you're a retired person, you have more time perhaps than you used to have. Or maybe all of us feel like we have less time than we've ever had, but as the weather warms up and we're not all just sitting in our homes anymore trying to figure out what puzzle to make next, I'm struck as we come into this Easter time, this Easter season, and as things hopefully open up more, the number of possibilities that there are is feeling a bit overwhelming. And I've felt this way before. This is not a new thing, but the question rises up again: how do we figure out what to do next? How to focus. Maybe that's how to focus our gifts, how to focus our time, how to focus our energy, so that instead of putting our head on the pillow and having literally dozens of things going through our minds, how do we focus? And I have found, personally, as a person of faith, God provides focus, especially when I remember the 46th Psalm. And of course, after a restless night's sleep last night, to do Bible readers, I open up my, schedule. What is Bible readers reading today? Psalm 46, be still and know that I am God, was the message I heard from Scripture this day. And so that's that's what I have to offer you in my musing, is in the midst of all the possibilities that life brings. Thank God. Like, isn't it great that there are so many different directions we could go? Uh, but providing ourselves, that God would provide us with just a few, a narrowed down list, that's a real gift. And so I invite you to be still and remember that God is God.